Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Wild Man Creations. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Jay, and today we're going to make some of Mom's famous baked beans. Um, Really super simple. Got five 15-ounce cans of VanCamps pork and beans. I prefer VanCamps, and that's all Mom used to make or used to use. We're going to put in some yellow mustard, some ketchup, some molasses. I'm going to dice up a large onion and saute it. Put in just a little bit of brown sugar, and then we're going to mix everything together, and we're going to put it. I think I'm going to do something a little different. Normally, Mom would put hers in a 9x13 casserole pan or dish. Since it's just me, I'm going to be a little free and give some probably to the neighbors. So I'm going to throw them in some aluminum pans this time. Just because I don't want to waste it, and I don't have room to keep it in the freezer. So we're going to try something a little bit different the way we cook these. It should still turn out fine, I'm sure. But anyway, let me get the onion diced up, get the lids off the cans, and this comes together pretty quick. I mean, you're going to spend more time dicing the onion and sauteing it than it does to, pour all these in here and mix everything. It's really pretty quick. So anyway, we're preheating the oven to 350 degrees. And then we're going to, after we get everything mixed together and get it in the pans, we cook it for 2 to 3 hours. And what we're doing is getting rid of a lot of that moisture, because you know how runny these beans are. Whatever brand you end up using, Bush's, VanCamps, whatever, they're going to be, at least I think they're too runny. So whenever we cook these, they're going to be, I guess, more stiff. They're not going to be real runny when they're finished. You'll see what I'm talking about. And then we're going to top them. We're going to top it off with some bacon right before we put it in the oven. So let me get all this stuff prepped, and then we'll come back and mix it up. So if y'all would sit tight, we'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Got the onion sauteed. The oven is preheated. I'm going to just take my bowl here. Like I said, it's really, really easy. Woo! It's hot. One large or two medium onions, diced and sauteed. Don't waste any. Three tablespoons of yellow mustard. Measure very carefully. And if you don't want to use yellow mustard, if I wasn't going to use yellow mustard, I'd use maybe some coarse brown mustard or some Dijon mustard. And then I would probably put a little bit of horseradish in. And you can do that anyway, and you can even add garlic if you want. I'm making it the traditional way my mom used to do it. I'm not doing my normal thing of adding a bunch of stuff. 3/4 of a cup of ketchup. Half a cup of mayonnaise. mayonnaise, molasses. I don't know where they're coming from today. Have a cup of molasses, and if you don't have molasses, you could use some dark Karo syrup, I guess, if you wanted. Some sorghum would work. Quarter to a half a cup of brown sugar, which is just about that much, and I can get rid of this bag now. And that's it, just get the mixing away. Just make sure you get that. If you put brown sugar in there, and you don't have to put the brown sugar in if you don't want to. If you think it makes it too sweet, I don't think it does. I don't normally go with a half a cup. I normally go with just a quarter of a cup. But just make sure that there's no, it's not lumped up and you don't have, somebody doesn't get a huge bite of a piece of brown sugar. That would not be, I mean, it wouldn't hurt anybody. But just the shock of all that sweetness at one time. Okay, I went ahead and sprayed these tins. I don't think that's going to work. You know what, let me do this. Yeah, that's better. It's too much weight. Like I said, this is a little bit out of the norm. I don't normally do it like this. I normally do it in a 9x13 pan, but like I said, it's just me. I couldn't eat that much anyway. Yeah, we're going to need one more container. But that's okay. We'll spread the love a little more. And I'm telling you, everybody's going to be fighting over the bacon, so just beware. Everybody wants that bacon. But that's okay. And if you wanted to, you know, you could slice this bacon up, make it in smaller pieces so they weren't fighting over it. You know, maybe cut it in, I don't know, quarters or thirds. So we're going to put that in the oven now for, I normally cook mine for about 3 hours. If you don't want them as thick as I like them, if you want them still a little more runny than that, do it 2 hours. Cook it to the doneness that you like. I like them stiff. You're going to think I'm crazy, but I like them cold later on and use them as a dip with potato chips. Don't ask me how that happened. I have no idea. But anyway, we're going to put these in the oven. And then we'll bring you back when they're done here in several hours. It'll be a minute for you guys, but I've got to find one more container anyway. But I'm going to go ahead and get these in the oven, get them started, and then we'll bring you back. So if you guys would sit tight, we'll be right back. All right, guys. Turn the heat off. Oh, my goodness gracious. My goodness gracious, that looks so good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, now we're going to have to let them cool off for about 24 hours before we can try it. So anyway, you guys stick with me. I'm going to let this cool off just a little bit so we can try some. But that's what it looks like. Nice and caramelized. The bacon is done. A lot of people say, oh, that's burnt. No, it's not burnt. It's just good and crispy. Anyway, stick around. We'll be back here in a little bit to try it. It's going to be good. I already know it because I can smell it. Anyway, stick around. We'll be right back. All right, it's been, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. But that is the consistency that I wanted. They look just like Mom's. Yeah, they're not real runny. They're not burnt. Mmm. Good and savory. Savory. Oh, come on. Anyway, you want something that's a crowd pleaser. This is it. Picnic, Thanksgiving, potluck. You just need, they need to cook about 3 hours is all, basically what needs to be done. So they're not all runny. Anyway, that's a win in my book. Thank you guys for spending your time with me. I appreciate it. I will leave the recipe in the description box. And as always, if you would hit that like and subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. It helps the channel out. Doesn't cost you anything. Spread the love. Anyway, you guys be good. We'll see you next week.